Some characters get their name in the title, but they're not the ones actually keeping the show alive. Here are 7 side characters who were secretly carrying the entire show, starting with Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Dear Mystery Incorporated, have you looked into the case of the missing sardine boat that disappeared off Dead Man's Point?
Scooby-Doo is a mystery show that's literally named after the dog who does nothing but goof around. But even that I can ignore. After all, they don't make Scooby-Doo out to be the leader of the gang. Who is the acclaimed leader? Fred, of all people. He has the ascot, the van, the authority. He's the one who gets to say, "Let's split up, gang."
I think we better split up. Well, if we're gonna find any ghosts, we better split up. I think we better split up. Let's split up and search for this ape man who eats hamburgers.
And it's not like his plan always works.
Operation Noisemaker. Let him have it.
Go back and just watch one episode. This is a mystery show, so ask yourself the only question that matters. Who's the one going through the evidence? Who's the one going, "Jinkies, if the ghost footprints stop at the wall, then there has to be a secret passage, right?"
Jinkies! 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 Jinkies!
That's not Fred. That sounds a lot like a confident girl with a bobbed hair. Velma, of course. The one person in that van who can actually deliver the thing the show is selling. I can't believe the show presents her as the nerd who trips over her own glasses a million times.
In classical string theory, the number of dimensions is not fixed by any consistency criterion.
What is she talking about? You asking me?
Granted, the show does credit her as the brain of the team, but why isn't the brain leading the team? That's the con. The show puts the confident-looking guy up front so you don't notice the mystery show would have 0 solved mysteries without her. So let's test it. Take Velma out of the show. Does anybody close a single case? Fred's trap usually doesn't even work right, the villains trip it by accident, or Scooby and Shaggy stumble into it while running from a mop that looks like an arm. The actual deciphering, the part where the show's entire genre promise gets paid off, that is Velma, every single time. In Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, when Bud Shelton's man crab getup gets pulled off, Velma's the one who figured it wasn't real because Daphne never had an allergic reaction near it.
How did you know, Velma?
I knew it wasn't a real crab because Daphne never got allergic when she was around it.
God, this girl's so smart. What about A Night for a Night? It's Velma who explains the forgery motive.
Why they had to get rid of the professor. He was the only one who could have spotted the fakes. Oh my gosh, Professor Hyde-White!
We never found him.
In fact, in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, it becomes a running joke that Fred's traps almost never work as planned. Meanwhile, on that same show, Velma isn't just solving the case of the week, she's cracking the town's entire hidden backstory. She even unravels the whole central mythology of Crystal Cove by herself.
I'm sure you two will eat again, probably in the next 10 minutes or so.
Listen to me, everybody. Something's trying to hurt my dad, and I'm gonna figure out what it is. But I can't do it alone. I'm gonna need all of your help.
Fred leads the gang, Velma leads the plot. She's not just a side character, y'all. She is the detective. This is a mystery show, and she's the only one in that van who actually solves mysteries. Everyone else is just going along for the ride and the Scooby snacks. Pull Fred out of that van, they still solve the case. Pull Velma out, they never solve another mystery again. That's who's really carrying the show here. So why does Fred get the crown? Because he looks like a leader and talks like he has a plan even when he doesn't. That's why. Just confidence. The show sold you the mascot and hid the detective. Case closed. Pun very much intended. Now, if Velma's curse was solving mysteries nobody credited her for, our next character's curse is winning an entire war nobody credited him for.
Great job with the cloud camo, but next time, let's disguise ourselves as the kind of cloud who knows how to keep its mouth shut.
Yeah, we wouldn't want a bird to hear us chatting up there and turn us in.
Hey!
Full respect to Aang, Katara, and Toph, but none of y'all won this war by yourselves. I am gonna die on that hill. Aang's the Avatar, and bending is the main superpower, of course. It's the reason kids wanted to be these characters. Unfortunately, my guy Sokka gets no bending powers. Nobody wants to be him. I guess. The show made sure of that. He's even made to look insecure about being just the guy with the boomerang. My guy, the show really had him out here like, "Aw, poor non-bender." Absolutely insulting.
Just a guy with a boomerang. I didn't ask for all this flying and magic.
If you don't want to be like him, I do. Have you watched this man work? This show is a war story. So here's the only question that counts here. Take Sokka out and do the good guys still win?
Where are we gonna get something like that? What are you doing? Someone's gonna hear us!
I figure a machine this big needs engineers to run it. And when something breaks,
They come to fix it.
In the Serpent's Pass and the drill, Sokka cooks up the entire strategy to stop the Fire Nation's large mechanized drill. He realizes they can't hurt it from the outside, so he leaves the team inside the machine to slice through its braces. My Sokka! He even becomes an inventor in the Northern Air Temple, where he helps the Mechanist invent the war balloon, which becomes so effective that the Fire Nation later reverse engineers it into an entire airship fleet.
was you could get it airborne, but once you did, it just kept going. You could put a hole in the top, but then all the hot air would escape. A lid is actually the answer. If you control the hot air, you control the war balloon.
He even forges a sword in Sokka's master, made from meteorite ore under Piandao's training. Piandao is so impressed with him that he praises his creativity, versatility, and intelligence.
Creativity, versatility, intelligence. These are the traits that define a great swordsman, and these are the traits that define you. You told me—
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. He masterminds the entire day of Black Sun invasion. Bro, I'm talking about coordinated military operation with a submarine that he designs himself. He makes the job of the Benders super easy. Take his plans out of the op, and all that spectacular bending has nothing to point at. Sokka's the one who found the Eclipse State buried in Wan Shi Tong's library.
The sun is behind the moon. It's a solar eclipse. Firebenders lose their bending during a solar eclipse.
When his father Hakuda gets injured during the invasion, Sokka immediately steps up to lead. Even his father is so proud. So command passes to Sokka and not to Aang.
I'll lead the invasion force.
You can do this. I'm proud of you, son.
What's Aang doing during the invasion he's the main character of? He glides straight into an empty palace because Ozai already knew the plan and escaped.
The Avatar is back! Hello? Anyone home?
What about the Boiling Rock, a two-part episode? Sokka plans and rescues his own father and Suki, his girlfriend. And he did that all under a false identity and in enemy territory. Again, with zero bending to fall back on if it goes wrong.
It was my decision to stay when things were going wrong. It's my mistake, and it's my job to fix it.
Later in the Western Air Temple, when the group faces an enemy who can literally blow things up with his mind, Combustion Man, it's Sokka who takes him down. He doesn't take him down with fire. No. Not with water either, or air, but with his frickin' boomerang. He throws his boomerang at him, and it hits the man's third eye, making him blast the land under his feet. So Sokka defeats him without touching him. Please, give this man his own show. He deserves it. Aang is the face of the war. Sokka is the reason it was winnable. Sokka's the general of everyone, if you ask me. Pull one bender out and you lose a fight. Pull Sokka out, you lose the war. So why is Aang remembered as the one who saved the world? Because bending is the spectacle, and the spectacle is what sells the show. A guy with a scroll working submarine logistics doesn't animate as pretty as a 100-foot wave. I get it. And I hate it. The show sold you the glowing fists and hid the war room. Now, if Sokka's curse was winning a war no one credited him for, Our next character's curse is running every single mission without ever leaving his bedroom.
Wish you'd stop taking your father's dirty socks.
Mom, I need those.
For what?
They're integral to my top secret stink formula.
Kim can do anything is the actual tagline of this show. I mean, it's even printed on the label. But does she? Because I think she actually has a lot of help.
The bad news is that your archfoe Dr. Draken has escaped from prison.
That's major bad.
She's the central hero, I get it, and a really pretty one too. Even Ron gets some hero credit, and he's just the sidekick and comic relief. Meanwhile, there's a third person on this team that nobody's even talking about. Wade! Wade gets nothing! Nothing! And he deserves everything. He's a 10-year-old, the powerful tech support, and the funny kid genius who pops up on screen for 2 lines and disappears. The show literally shrinks the smartest person on the team down to a box on a wristwatch. That's the con. Hide the brains so the cheerleader can hold the poster.
Here's something. A weather machine was stolen off Wacky Wally's lot.
Wacky Wally over Janitor Joe. I'll take it. Thanks, Wade.
Name one mission that succeeds without Wade. Go ahead. I'll wait. Wade identifies the threat before the mission even starts.
Draken's weather machine has struck, and it's sucking the Great Lakes dry. Take a look at this.
Wade builds every gadget. He even monitors villains while Kim's out doing backflips.
Wade, I'm in. Any sign of Draken?
Not that I can see. Shigo? Turn around!
Wade even arranges the transportation. The communicator, the device Kim talks into every single episode, that is Wade.
I've enhanced the germ trail. Ew. Whoop, there it is.
I don't even want to know how you got that.
She's talking to a whole person, doing whole person labor, and yet he barely gets any respect. In Bueno Nacho, when Kim and Ron are completely distracted by their new fast food jobs, it's Wade who tracks down Dr. Draken's hidden base. In the movie special, so the drama, it's Wade who builds the advanced Cybertronic battlesuit that allows Kim to fight Shigo. All Kim has to do is wear his invention and use it. In the 3-part special A Stitch in Time, when a strange version of Rufus the Rat zaps into her bedroom, she immediately picks up the communicator to tell Wade.
Wade, Rufus just zapped into my bedroom and he's talking like the Tweebs.
Did you say Rufus is talking?
Yeah, check this out.
It's like she doesn't know what to do without him. And the best proof is the episode Team Impossible. Guys, a rival team of heroes who charge people a lot of money to save the world want to force Kim out of business. So you know what they do?
Impossible! Your teen hero days are over and out.
They hack into her computer network. The bad guys targeted Wade, not Kim.
And?
Spike?
Yeah? We lost you. Everything okay?
He spiked me. My whole system is fried.
They know Wade is the soul of the missions, so they target him. They didn't go after the girl doing the kicks and backflips. They went after the kid. That's the show admitting who it actually runs on.
Everything? Don't you have firewall thingies?
Not anymore. Fried, like popcorn chicken.
They even make him leave his bedroom.
Nobody spikes my system.
Wade? In person? Dude, now you are so over, I don't even want to stand near you.
So, Kim wins all those battles because there is a child in Middleton monitoring all threats on 9 monitors all at once. Sometimes he even finds the solution before Kim even laces up her boots. The tagline says, Kim can do anything. It should say, Wade can. Kim is the one landing the impressive kicks, sure. But the intel, the invention, the logistics, the command center keeping the show alive, it's all Wade from the ground up. Yet, they got him doing cameos in his own show. Pull Wade out and Kim's a cheerleader with a broken phone. Pull Kim out and Wade just finds another hero. That tells you who's replaceable. Unfortunately, a boy hunched over monitors is not a fun action hero to an audience that wants someone doing a backflip off a helicopter. Now, if Wade's curse was running every mission from a box on his wrist, our next character's curse is running an entire household nobody even thinks is being run.
It's about protecting your children from the dangers of the internet.
Okay, fair enough. I've got nothing sarcastic to say about that.
It's Gumball's world and everyone else is just living in it. And paying the bills apparently doesn't count as living. Nicole's his mother, who keeps the whole family afloat. Yet, she gets filed under the strict mom and the disciplinarian. The show frames the person holding the roof up as the buzzkill standing under it. I'm begging y'all to consider this. There's no amazing world to set a show in if the house it sits in falls apart. So who's the only one keeping that house standing? Every time this family is one bad decision from falling apart, whether financially or emotionally, Nicole fixes it. And on top of the kids, she also has to manage Richard, who's a full-grown man that acts as a fourth child in that house. I want to be mad, but in the choices, we find out she chose this life. She met a lazy, directionless Richard as a teenager and built an entire family around him.
And that's when I saw him.
A little help, please.
That was the moment.
On purpose. Why? Yeah, love, I guess. Because that flashback shows her every other road. One makes her rich and powerful and completely miserable, and the rest literally get her killed. She sees all of it and picks the chaos anyway. Well, not only does she pick this one anyway, she's been working hard to keep it. In the deal, Nicole is made Employee of the Month.
I'm Employee of the Month, that's a fact, fools. Made money and adhered to my job's rules. Climbed the ladder, did my work, and kept my desk neat.
And she deserves it. She literally works overtime shifts at the Rainbow Factory just to keep the lights on and the house standing. I mean, she's the only employed family member.
Elmo Rainbow Factory? Yes, of course I'll get that order completed for you today. Oh, one moment, please. Elmo Rainbow Factory.
Nicole, do you have a moment?
When has anyone on two phones at once ever had a moment? Sorry, how can I help you?
Guess what Richard does when he wants to be appreciated? He protests that his work as a stay-at-home dad is just as important.
I don't think you notice all the work I do around here, and I think it's about time you appreciated me.
Guys, this is the same guy who lost all the family's fortune to a scam in The Treasure. And when the show actually removes her authority for us, it proves my whole point. In The Authority, when Richard's mother bullies her out of the house and takes over parental control of everyone, including her son, everything collapses. The boys even become fat slobs and even forget to think.
What have you done to them? They've all turned into Richard!
The boys make the mess, Nicole makes the show run. The boys generate the mess, and Nicole cleans it up. That's the division of labor in this house. Pull Nicole out of that house and there's no world left to even be amazing. So why does Gumball get to be the main character? Because it's a kid's show, that's why. Kids love chaos and kids identify with kids. I get the marketing logic, I do, but the show sold you the kid making the mess and hid the woman holding the set together. And even worse, it dressed her up as a buzzkill. If Nicole's curse was holding a house together nobody thanked her for, our next character's curse is saving an entire park that treats him like the help.
Rigby, think fast.
Should have gone for it, dude.
If I was immortal like Skips, I would have gone for it.
Mordecai and Rigby are the main characters. They're slackers and best friends. In fact, they're big old doofuses.
I'm dying, dude.
Get up, man.
No, seriously, man. My stomach is crazy dry right now. I must be dehydrated.
What do you need?
I need water.
Don't get me wrong, I love these two knuckleheads, but they're not my heroes. Skips is. That's why I can't believe they made Skips out to be the handyman. They made him into a guy who fixes golf carts, drops one cryptic one-liner, and vanishes back into his shed until he's needed again. That's it. That's the role they gave an immortal being. Besides, in basically every episode, Mordecai and Rigby are constantly irresponsible and Skips has to save the day. In Just Set Up the Chairs, Mordecai and Rigby are given the simplest task on earth: set up chairs. And what do they do instead? They play a cursed arcade game and even summon the Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh man, we're so dead. Maybe no one will notice.
And this is not a mere villain, guys. This is a giant soul-eating fire demon.
What did you guys do?
Nothing.
You fools! Destroyer of Worlds will kill us all!
He almost burns the entire park to the ground, so they do the only thing they can do: they run to Skips.
We better go find Skips.
Yet again, Skips has to save the day. He cooks up a plan to kill the Destroyer with an old arcade machine.
Okay, everyone, press your start buttons on 3. 1, 2, 3! Mordecai and I got the arm. Rigby, you got the legs.
And, of course, it gets worse. In grave sites, these two slackers are supposed to host a movie night at the park cemetery. Instead, they accidentally wake up a huge army of angry zombies.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Skips has to step up again. He brings out sticks and helps fight off the zombie army. My hero! Even better, in Over the Top, when Rigby literally dies after cheating in an arm wrestling match.
I'm sorry. There was nothing we could do.
Skips challenges and arm wrestles Death himself to win Rigby's soul back.
I want him back. Let's arm wrestle for him. If I win, I keep him. If you win, you can take me instead. Deal.
Guys, just zoom out across the show's deep mythology. Whether it's defeating the immortal tyrant Clorgbane or sealing away ancient playground demons, the entire park stays safe because Skips has centuries of mystical knowledge that nobody else has access to. Mordecai and Rigby start the episodes. Skips is the one who ends them. Mordecai and Rigby are literally the problem, not the solution.
Skips, there's something we gotta ask you.
Let me guess. You want Muscle Man to stop pranking Thomas?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I can sense your compassion for him.
In fact, they're the reason 911 exists in that park. Pull Skips out, and the park burns down in Season 1. He's not the handyman, he is the insurance policy. But two lazy dudes avoiding lawn work is marketable, apparently. The show sold you slackers and hid the guy doing the saving, then billed him as the help so you'd never ask who's really keeping the park alive. Absolutely disrespectful. If Skips' curse was saving the whole park for a supporting credit, our next character's curse is carrying the comedy every single episode while being written off as the guy who hates fun. Now, everyone's gonna fight me on this one, I'm sure, but I don't give a hoot. SpongeBob might be the comedic star. No one's arguing that. But Squidward getting labeled as the only annoying neighbor is a crime. This is a comedy, and the show quietly hid the guy who makes the actual comedy work. He acts like he's allergic to fun, allergic to smiling and joy itself. But he's one of the most sane, self-aware characters in all of Bikini Bottom, and the show barely ever credits him for it.
Did somebody order a triple Krabby Supreme? They must have left.
Well, why don't you just leave it out here in case they come back?
The entire episode, Pizza Delivery, is built entirely on SpongeBob's chaos. But it's only funny because Squidward is having the exact reaction the audience is having. His annoyance and drabness makes the jokes funnier.
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza free delivery.
Will you let go of that stupid pizza already?
And don't get me started on his funny one-liners.
Do you want your grow juice back?
Oh no, I only paid for it. I wouldn't want to deprive you of it.
Imagine if everyone was as goofy as SpongeBob and dumb like Patrick. I dare say that Squidward is the most relatable character in the whole town.
You think you all have it bad? Wait until you hear my tale of spongy terror.
My favorite is in Band Geeks, one of the few times this show hands Squidward the lead role, and it becomes one of the most beloved episodes this show's ever made. It's not an accident.
Get this over with. 1, 2, 3.
SpongeBob throws in the chaos, and Squidward is what turns it into a joke. That episode proved he was capable of carrying the show this entire time. They just never gave the man the chance. Pull Squidward out and put SpongeBob next to another chaotic weirdo, and you'll see the jokes are more annoying than funny. Pull Squidward out, and every joke loses the one guy actually selling it. Nobody ever credits the dry, deadpan half of a comedy duo, and that's a consistent blind spot. The show cashed in on the reaction and never paid the guy reacting. Squidward must have been suffering the cost of that blind spot for 3 decades. If Squidward's curse was helping the jokes land, our last character's curse is building the entire show with his bare hands.
Does your stepbrother ever talk?
Ferb? He's more of a man of action.
Phineas talks. Phineas has the ideas. Phineas is the one every character addresses when they build yet another impossible thing. He's even remembered as the genius. But poor Ferb has been pushed into becoming a silent gag. He gets to deliver a punchline after 10 minutes of complete silence while everyone acts shocked, like he just discovered fire. Lucky him.
Well, he is a platypus. They don't do much.
They're the only mammals to lay eggs.
But look, whose hands are building the impossible machine while Phineas is just yapping? Ferb. Ferb is the executor. Every single invention this show is built around exists because of Ferb's technical genius. In the very first episode, Roller Coaster, Ferb wields and wires a 2-story roller coaster that runs around the city and even launches into space. And he gets it running in just one afternoon while Phineas does nothing but yap about how cool it's gonna be.
We're gonna need a blowtorch and some more peanut butter.
In Out to Launch, the boys build a working rocket to a star their dad bought them. Go watch the montage yourself. It's Ferb doing every ounce of the technical construction while Phineas does the talking.
And this is Mission Control.
Kinda small.
Oh, it looks small on the outside, but Ferb really knows how to maximize space.
Yet, the second Ferb speaks one sentence, the entire cast treats it like a monumental historic event, which just proves how underrated they've made him to be.
I like to keep moving forward.
Sharks have to continue to move forward, or they'll drown.
You calling me a shark?
Phineas dreams it, Ferb builds it. One of them's a genius, and it's the one who never talks. Phineas is the ideas guy and the hype man, but Ferb builds all the ideas. So guess which one the audience remembers as the smart one? Exactly. Pull Ferb out, and Phineas is a kid with big ideas and no roller coaster. Pull Phineas out, Ferb still builds the roller coaster in abject silence. The silent guy, the one who actually knows how to build a submarine, a rocket, and a roller coaster out of a garage's worth of scrap for free, gets no credit despite carrying the building component of the entire show. Now, none of this means that the leads don't matter, okay? But I think we can all agree that every one of these shows would fall apart without these side characters. Don't be a gooba, subscribe.